Welcome to my channel, Chemistry Class. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to chemistry class. My dear student, today we are starting chapter number 4, which is structure of molecules. My dear student, and trust me, this chapter is super important and very interesting. My dear student, let me start with a question for you. Have you ever wondered how water, sugar, salt, oxygen, or even carbon dioxide are formed? Why does water have two hydrogen atom and one oxygen? To answer all of this, we must understand how atoms come together, and that is exactly what this chapter is about. Now, what is molecular structure? My dear student, when atoms combine to form a molecule, they don't just randomly stack together. My dear student, they follow specific rule. They follow specific rules and patterns, and the way they combine is called the structure of molecules. My dear student, structure of a molecule means which atoms are present, how are they connected, what is the shape of the molecules. My dear student, water is not just hydrogen and oxygen, but H2O, two hydrogen atoms bonded with one oxygen atom in a band shape. My dear student, this is a shape of water molecules. It is a band. Now, why is it important? My dear student, why is it important? My dear student, understanding structure of molecules helps us know the properties of substances like boiling point, melting point, polarity, solubility. Also, my dear student, it helps us predict how molecules will react and explain why molecules behave the way they do. For example, O2 and CO2 are both gases but have different molecular structure and different effect on life. Diamond and graphite are both made of carbon, but their structure make one hard and the other soft. Now, my dear student, what we will study in this chapter. My dear student, in this chapter, we will learn what is a molecule, and the second one, how do atoms form bonds in covalent bonds, ionic bonds, and the third one is what is a valency, fourth one, dot and cross diagrams, layer structure, and the fifth one is how to write the formula of molecules. Also, my dear student, we will also study molecules of important elements and compounds like water, oxygen, hydrogen, ammonia, methane. My dear student, each of these molecules has its own unique structure, and by the end of the chapter, you will be able to draw them and explain them easily. Now, my dear student, what is a molecule? My dear student, a molecule is a group of two or more atoms that are chemically bonded together. These atoms can be same or different elements. My dear student, if same atoms are in molecules like O2, Cl2, H2, called homonuclear molecules. have different atoms like H2O, CO2, and H3 called heteronuclear molecules. My dear student, molecules are the smallest units of a compound or element that still retain its properties. Now, why do atoms form molecules? My dear student, atoms form molecules to become more stable. Most atoms are unstable alone except noble gases. So, they combine with other atoms to complete their outermost shell to follow the great rule on do it for hydrogen. My dear student, think of it like teamwork. Atoms help each other by sharing or transferring electrons to become stable. My dear student, this leads to chemical bonding, a key topic we will learn in this chapter. Now, how do molecules form? My dear student, atoms form molecules by sharing electrons formed through covalent bonding. For example, H2O, CH4O2. These are formed by sharing electron in through covalent bonding. And second one, transferring electrons from ionic bonding. For example, NaCl, TBr. But this student also will learn what is valency, what are lone pairs, Lewis dot structure, molecular formulas, and shapes, properties of covalent versus ionic compounds. Now, my dear student, why do atoms form chemical bonds? Why do atoms form chemical bonds? Basic idea of this, my dear student, atoms form chemical bonds to become more stable. But what does stability mean in chemistry? Stability means minimum energy, maximum balance, full outermost shell, octet, or breach rules. My dear student, atoms are just like us. They don't like to stay alone if they are incomplete. So, to complete their outermost shell, atoms share or transfer electron, and this result in the formation of chemical bond. Now, why stability is important? My dear student, let's take an example. Hydrogen has only one electron. It needs two electrons to be stable. That's true. Two hydrogen atoms come close, each share one electrons. From both becomes stable. This form in H2 molecules with a covalent bond. This is a structural diagrams. Each hydrogen atom has only one electron. Then combines, come close and combines, and share one electrons to become stable and form H2 molecules. Another example is sodium has one electron in its outermost shell, while chlorine needs one electrons to complete its octet. Sodium transfers its one electrons to chlorine. Both become stable in ionic bond, form NaCl. Table sand is formed. This is NaCl, which is stable. Dear student, summary of key points. Atoms form bond to achieve stability. Dear student, atoms form bonds to achieve stability. Stability means having a full outer shell, 2 or 8 electrons. Atoms can lose, gain, or share electrons. To do this, chemical bonds are of different types, like ionic, covalent, metallic. But dear student, this is the foundation of molecular chemistry. So make sure you understand it well. But dear student, this is a general introduction of this chapter structures of molecules. I hope you understand as well. So this is all about today lectures. What is student? If this lecture help you, then don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more chemistry lectures. Share it with your friends and comment your questions below. Thank you for listening.